Hello guys and gals. Last video I said I'd make a 15 facts about myself video, but I've decided to only do 10. I couldn't come up with 5 more. So I've got my facts right up there, so I'll be looking up a lot. So first of all, I'm 100% Dutch. Nothing else. My Canadian citizenship would say otherwise, but I'm pure Dutch, which I feel I'm pretty proud of. 2, I've known the same people ever since kindergarten. So for nearly 2/3 of my life, I've known the same people, and I've got to watch them grow, which I feel is really nice. Because I got to see them switch hairstyles, clothing styles, or maybe even lifestyles, which I feel is really, really, really awesome. 3, I've got quite a big family. Like, my extended family is huge. I've got more than 50 cousins and 24 aunts and uncles, but in my immediate family, the roles are pretty varied. My dad's a mechanic, my mom's an accountant, my sister is somewhat bossy, even though she's quite efficient, and she usually retreats to her bedroom after a long night's class party, because she's had her 5th class party this summer, which I'm kind of jealous of. I've got 2 younger brothers, one's 7 and one's 10. My 7-year-old brother is somewhat lazy, even though he's a meataholic. In fact, one time the teacher said, "Hey class, we're going to have a treat," and my brother thought the teacher said meat, and he got so excited, but when he heard she said treat instead of meat, he got pretty upset. But my older brother, who is very, very skinny and quite nimble, is an odd mix of athletic and lazy, which don't go together that well, but I guess he is. 5, oh wait, never mind. Fact 4, I am a die-hard Christian, which might make you think, oh, I'll click on the other video, but no, stay tuned, because fact 9 is pretty good, but don't skip. Well, I didn't tell you that. But the thing about being Christian is that people expect you to be just run-of-the-mill and mediocre, which I am so not. So I just like to point that out. 5, I make a fool of myself just to hear other people laugh. Because I like making other people laugh. I feel like a lot of people do as well, but specifically for some people, they love it. Like Shane Dawson's Draw My Life video, he said that all the time. But I make a fool of myself a little too much. In fact, one time, I pretended to walk into a stop sign just to make my friend Michael laugh. And he said it made his day, so mission complete. And also one time, I hit my head on the bottom of the staircase just to make my family laugh at me. Yeah, I dumbed myself down a lot. 6, I was born with really, really, really bad eyesight. +7 prescription for those of you who think numerically and scientifically, but I was practically blind. I couldn't see anything, no details or anything, which made me trip a lot since I had no depth perception, and I ended up getting a lot of bleeding noses, which made my mom have to go back and forth to work and home just so she could switch my clothes because there's blood all over my clothing. Yeah, that was pretty much my life. 7, I multitask with social media a lot. Honestly, you should see my tabs sometimes. I mean, sometimes I got like more than 50 tabs open. I forget which one the music's coming from. Which, by the way, Chrome made it pretty easy now because they made a little play button right next to the tab that the music's coming from, which makes it a little easier. But still, I forget which tabs are which, and then I click the wrong one, expecting it is the right one. But I am pretty good with it, and I love using social media. I mean, who doesn't? But I don't gloat to my friends on Facebook, even though I browse through Tumblr a whole lot. Oh, 8 my pet peeves, specifically ones that have to do with my iPod. One big one is that I hate it when I'm trying to take a picture when I'm driving and I miss the perfect view. I get really ticked. I didn't like it better when I was driving to Abbotsford and I managed to get a few good shots, but honestly, when I miss a good shot of a mountain or something and it just flies by me, I get pissed. Also, when you're just making a picture, I'm almost finished on this picture, and then all of a sudden, boom, your app blacks out and you have to start all over again. Ugh. Every time. At 9, which I'm pretty sure will have you very baffled, I can't bend my thumbs. I've got no knuckle. See? No crease, and those little bumps right there and right there are where my joint's supposed to be, but it's not there. I don't even have any wrinkles in there. Now, I was born with it, but I didn't notice it till I was 5 years old, which was also the same year I got my first pair of glasses, so I guess it helps. But I've had this for a long time. But my mom said I had it ever since I was born. But when I was watching some videos of me when I was just a baby, she was filming me just sleeping in my cradle. But with my little baby self, I could have sworn I saw a little bend in my thumb. I don't know if it could have been just if my thumb was really short and all I could see was this little knuckle here, but I could have sworn I saw that my knuckles are bendable. I don't know where my knuckles went. But for now, all I can do is this. And yes, I can text really easily, and playing with little video game things is fairly easy. It's just that I have to put my hands at a different angle. I don't have to go like, I can't hold it properly. My head was out of frame, wasn't it? And 10, which is pretty close to my heart, is my pen pals. I went on a Disney cruise, which I will extend on in a further video. But I'll probably have to edit that video because I will ramble a lot. But thanks to that cruise, I have 5 personal friends in London, 6 in America, 1 lives in Hawaii, and I think 1 lived in Mexico. But this is a picture I have of all of this. So that's me right there. That's Daniel, Corey, Zane, Chris, Taylor. I forget who's that guy. I think his name's Luke. But those 2 people I don't really know as well. Because they just followed us for that night. But this was taken on New Year's Eve. And on that night, it was the first time I ever felt any good feeling of friendship. Because that same night we went to the hot tub on the cruise ship. By the way, we were on Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas, which is probably the second biggest ship, along with its sister ship Independence of the Seas. So on New Year's Eve we decided to go in the hot tub, and since mine was like deck 2 and I'd have to take a long elevator ride and go all the way back up just to get into my swimsuit, I was like, oh guys, are you really gonna go through with it? Because a lot of my friends ditch on me. I know, they must not be very good friends, you're saying, but I really wish. I was just thinking, okay, is going down all the way to deck 2 and changing to my swimsuit gonna be worth it? And it was. Sure, I showed up like 10 minutes before anyone else did, but they still showed up. And that night, they proved to me that they really are good friends. So there is my 10 facts of myself. Duct tape flap. And yes, I am not that good at talking to the camera. I will get better. Bye, guys. Oh, before I go, I've actually got a new outro. It sounds a little formal, but here it is. So take these words to heart, for with them I will part.